Hello and welcome everyone. We here wanted to talk today a little bit about our latest release, which is automated asset curation. And for that, I welcome you all. Why do we want to talk about it? Because it's something that we just released. We're really excited about it. A lot of customers have approached us saying that, asset curation has been a topic that they wanted to deal with, but it's been incredibly cost prohibitive to do manually. It's been very laborious. And so they've always wanted to find an automated solution. And we work together with many customers to develop this now. And we've just released this in June, and that's why we're here to talk about it. And today we have the following speakers who will walk you through some of the topics here that we have prepared for you. So we have Craig Stewart, who's our Director of AI Research, who is leading a lot of innovation efforts on our end here, and will really speak about a little bit about the vision and the role asset curation also plays in the context of hyperautomation, another topic that we've spoken about quite a bit in the past, sort of how we can provide you with more automated localization solutions. Then Sergio Lobo will talk about different use cases and what's planned for asset curation very specifically in the product. We'll have Francesca Sorrentino walk us through the in-product experience. So we'll take a look at how things can actually be configured in the product so that you'll know how to get started. And yeah, I will be just moderating the conversation here and there. And I'm your host for today. And yeah, let's get started. Without further ado, let's get started. Craig, I think I'm handing it over to you. Oh, I already did that. Sorry. I'm handing it over to you to directly jump into the vision.
Of course. Yeah. Thank you so much, Stefan. Pleasure to be here. Good, great to see everybody. I'll just dive into a little bit of, to give a little bit of context and flavor to the work that we're doing on asset curation and why we think it's important. Go to the next slide. We believe fundamentally that the role of assets in the localization process is becoming increasingly important, in particular as we drive towards a world where AI-based solutions are becoming more prevalent and important. The role of linguistic assets in particular, so things like translation memories and termbases and other things that enterprise customers in particular are accumulating at scale, can become particularly useful and critical to the success of localization solutions. There are a number of ways in which you can leverage assets in the translation process, but some of the automated ways that we use at Phrase in particular are things like the custom MT training, where you're taking things like your translation memories and building data sets for the training of custom machine translation models, and also for adaptive translation that's trying to drive the output of the translation into a space that reflects a particular company voice or style. And we already have solutions that we've output, including things like NextMT, where NextMT is relying on translation memories and fuzzy matches to drive at a higher quality translation that is much closer to the style or company voice that's required or desired. And then we have NextGenMT as well, which is our new LLM-based solution, where we're trying to use linguistic assets like translation memories in particular to, again, drive at much, much higher quality translations. So I've already kind of mentioned, but the newest of the AI technologies, in particular those technologies based on LLMs, not just limited to translation, but also things like our quality evaluation, things like our auto LQA piece, these all can benefit from having sight of certain examples of a company's style or a particular expectation of an output. So the more of these kind of examples that you can put in when you're trying to generate a translation, the better quality of a result that you can get, especially in terms of things like tone of voice consistency and consistency of other things as well. And so as we drive Phrase in particular towards our hyper-automation vision, whereby we're trying to provide AI-based solutions that make it much, much easier to optimize the localization process, we can provide opportunity to adapt a range of those AI solutions with the benefit of linguistic assets, of language assets, things like translation memories that will guide the output of the AI solution. Again, not just translation, but also our translation evaluation pieces to a particular expectation. So in summary here, in the world, in our vision, the world of generative AI in particular, we're very interested in helping customers to create, curate, and manage their assets as a means of getting the best of this superpower that they have. If you have lots of assets that you've built up over time, that we really provide the tooling and access to AI-based solutions that can help you to get the best of the output localization solution. So I'll drive you through a couple of thoughts in the next slide. So from this vision, of course, we're very interested in investing in tooling, and part of what we've released now and that will be talked about today is tooling that allows you to do curation and management of assets in particular. We also want to make it much easier, right? So we understand, as Stefan has already mentioned, that a lot of the asset management that happens is very, very manual and laborious and very, very expensive. We want to provide solutions that make it much easier to get at. We also, we want to improve the effectiveness of our current solutions. So many of the LLM-based solutions, and now NextMT solution in particular, can benefit and have increased effectiveness with reference to particular examples that can be pulled out of curated assets. So that provides an opportunity for increasing effectiveness of those solutions. And then, of course, at the end of it, we're driving towards our hyper-automation vision, right? Providing AI tooling that can optimize the localization process and improve the quality of output in general. So to summarize, in one final slide, we're driving towards a vision of automation with assets, customer assets, so linguistic assets being translation memories, term bases, other things at the very, very center. So where these assets can be leveraged to inform and adapt the output of whether it be generation, translation, evaluation, review, all of that can drive towards providing very, very highly personalized and automated localization solutions. So at this point, I'll hand you off to Sergio, who'll talk a little bit more about asset curation in general. Thank you.
Thank you, Craig, and thanks everyone for joining us today. I am excited to talk to you about a revolutionary approach to linguistic asset curation, particularly focusing on translation memories, term bases, and empty glossaries. Our goal is to address significant customer pain points and demonstrate how our new capabilities deliver remarkable cost and time savings through AI and automation. But let's start with a fundamental question. What is linguistic asset curation and why is it important? So linguistic assets are incredibly valuable resources. They capture our customers' unique style, terminology, and tone of voice, essential elements for effective localization. Translation memories store translated content in segments, allowing for the reuse of previous translation. This reuse makes the localization process more efficient, consistent, and cost-effective. Termbases, on the other hand, are repositories of terminology specific to your brand. They help linguists navigate complex language requirements, ensuring that translations adhere to the specific terminology of your enterprise. And empty glossaries function similarly, but are tailored for machine translation engines, ensuring that they use customer-specific terms accurately. Linguistic asset curation involves managing and optimizing language resources such as translation memories, termbases, empty glossaries, and style guides. And it ensures consistency, quality, and efficiency in localization, and also multilingual content creation. Linguistic assets are crucial for both human and machine translation quality and customization. They allow linguists to provide translations that reflect an enterprise's brand voice, and they are also used to create custom machine translation models, as Craig was explaining, enabling highly customized output that meets specific customer needs. The importance of linguistic asset quality cannot be overstated, especially within the context of PhraseNextMT. Our advanced machine translation engine excels in leveraging customer assets, such as translation memories and empty glossaries, to enhance and customize output. PhraseNextMT offers, though, two distinct types of customization: custom empty training and adaptive translation. Custom empty training through Phrase Custom AI enables customers to create highly specific models tailored to various content types using extensive datasets. This allows for the generation of machine translation models that are finely tuned to the unique requirements of different content domains, ensuring high quality translations that align with the customer's brand voice and terminology. In addition to this, Phrase NextMT provides adaptive translation capabilities. This innovative approach leverages T-emphasis matches to dynamically adjust translations, enhancing both quality and customization. By using our customers' linguistic assets in real time, Phrase NextMT can produce translations that are not only accurate, but also reflect the specific nuances and preferences for each customer. This dual approach of custom MT training and adaptive translation ensures that our machine translation solutions are both powerful and flexible to leverage our customers' linguistic assets with precision and efficiency. With the advent of large language models, the quality of linguistic assets is poised to become even more crucial for achieving superior machine translation output and customization. The enhanced flexibility that LLMs offer in utilizing language assets will be key to drive machine translation quality and customization to unprecedented levels. Phrase NextGen MT, our cutting-edge translation engine based on LLM technology, excels also in leveraging customer assets to deliver exceptional translation quality. This advanced technology not only improves the accuracy and fluency of translations, but also allows for deeper integration of customer-specific terminology and style. As LLMs continue to evolve, their ability to seamlessly incorporate and adapt to high-quality linguistic assets will set new standards in the industry. Phrase NextGen MT stands at the forefront of this technological revolution, providing our customers with a superior machine translation experience that harnesses the full potential of their linguistic assets. And by combining these the strengths of LLMs with our robust customization capabilities, we ensure that our customers receive translations that are not only precise and contextually appropriate, but also align with their brand's unique voice and tone. Translation memory leverage is also a key component of the localization process, unlocking significant cost savings and increasing localization consistency with automated workflows. High-quality linguistic assets drive superior localization services, ensuring both cost savings and brand consistency. However, linguistic asset curation presents significant challenges for our customers. It requires considerable time and financial resources. One of the most common barriers that we hear from customers is the limitation of resources and budget, which prevents them from effectively performing necessary curation tasks. Imagine a company that stores 300 million segments in Phrase TMS. While manually cleaning these segments could cost around 70 million euros. This is obviously not feasible for most organizations. The high cost of manual curation leads to poor translation quality, affecting both human and machine translations and increasing post-editing costs. Our internal research shows that leveraging well-maintained linguistic assets can improve AI model output quality by up to 10%. This highlights the importance of effective asset curation. And now let's talk about our product capabilities, what we offer now, what's coming next, and what the future holds. So last year, we introduced Phrase Custom AI, an AI-based no-code solution that allows customers to easily create custom machine translation models on Phrase NextMT. Phrase Custom AI supports the entire machine translation customization process, from dataset creation and data preparation to model training, model evaluation, and model deployment. This takes a process that typically lasts weeks or even months and reduces it to just a few hours, dramatically increasing efficiency and delivering significant cost savings. Our customers can now leverage Phrase Custom AI for a new use case, linguistic asset curation. Phrase Custom AI's capabilities enable customers to curate their linguistic assets in hours instead of months. Our automated solutions help remove low-quality segments, eliminate duplicates, near duplicates, non-translatables, and also identify segments with content in an unexpected language in that TM. Using our MQM framework-based QPS system, we automatically rate translation quality at the segment level, making it easy to remove low-quality segments. Imagine a translation memory that has been updated over the years and now contains millions of segments. Traditionally, this TM would accumulate noisy, low-quality data for various reasons. Manually cleaning it up would take months and be highly costly. With Phrase Custom AI, you can address these curation needs in just hours and for a fraction of the cost. Our AI-powered no-code solution quickly identifies problematic segments and allows for easy cleanup, eliminating the need for manual review. But that's not all. Our linguistic asset curation capabilities also support TM leverage. By preserving TM metadata and tags, we ensure that customers don't have to choose between curating their linguistic assets and maintaining TM leverage when using curated TMs in the TMS production environment. TM metadata enables the prioritization of specific TM matches, linking project metadata with TM metadata. Phrase Custom AI allows for TM curation while preserving original metadata, ensuring no loss in TM leverage. In the localization industry's pricing model, discounts are often based on TM fuzzy matches. For example, there could be typically a 50% discount for 101% and 100% matches, and let's say 25% discount for 99% matches, and so on. Well, by using Phrase Custom AI to curate their linguistic assets, customers can preserve tags and avoid downgrades of 101% and 100% matches, for instance, to 99% and fuzzy matches, preventing this way lost discounts. So Phrase Custom AI allows customers to curate their linguistic assets and preserve tags without sacrificing these discounts, maintaining TM leverage while also improving asset quality. In the short term, we aim to provide customers with increased, if we can go to the next slide, please. Yes, this one, sorry. In the short term, as I said, we aim to provide customers with increased control and transparency over the linguistic asset curation process. We will adopt an AI-augmented asset curation approach to enable customers to flexibly address the nuanced aspects of linguistic asset curation. We plan to enhance Phrase Custom AI's cleaning capabilities to address customer pain points related to transparency and control. This enhancement will streamline the asset curation process, making it more manageable for our customers. By leveraging AI, we will automatically pinpoint low-quality segments, allow our customers to focus their efforts on these specific areas instead of on the whole translation memory, thereby significantly improving efficiency and accuracy. We also aim to develop advanced terminology management capabilities. This will enable customers to maintain brand terminology consistency within their translation memories, ensuring that their brand voice and terminology are consistently applied across all segments. Looking farther ahead in the future, if we can go to the next slide, please. Our long-term vision involves a fully automated, self-improving linguistic asset management system. In the future, we plan to invest in generative AI-based capabilities to further reduce time to market in the linguistic asset creation process and enable customers to leverage the linguistic assets more effectively. This includes increasing TM leverage, extracting terminology, and adapting TMs and termbases to local preferences. These advancements will enhance adherence to brand terminology, consistency, and nuanced customer requirements such as style, tone of voice, and local preferences. The future of linguistic asset curation lies in boosting adherence to brand terminology and consistency while addressing customer-specific requirements. By continuously innovating in AI and automation, we aim to transform linguistic asset curation into a seamless, cost-effective process that meets your specific needs. In conclusion, linguistic asset curation is essential for high-quality, consistent, and cost-effective localization. Phrase Custom AI addresses significant customer pain points, delivering impressive cost and time savings through AI and automation. We're committed to continuously improving our solutions to meet your evolving needs. Thank you for your time and attention today. I'm passing over to Francesca, I believe.
Yes, thank you, Sergio. Thank you, Craig, for your presentation so far. We're gonna go into the product itself, and we're gonna see a few practical examples of how to use custom AI for asset curation from the perspective of a localization manager. Clara, you can start the video. Hello, I will now show you some practical examples of automated asset curation using Phrase Custom AI. What we're going to do is we're going to create new data sets with some of our translation memories, and we're going to clean them according to various filters. So we are in Custom AI, data sets, and we're going to create a new data set. In this first example, we want to create a new translation memory without legacy content. So the first thing we do is we give it a name, we choose a language combination, and then we proceed to select our data sources, which are translation memories. In our case, I'm going to select a few of our translation memories that we actually use in real life. I'm going to save them. And then we're going to continue to the filters. So as I said, what we want to do is we want to eliminate some legacy from our translation memory. And in this case, the main filter from Custom AI that we're going to use is the data range. It's the first filter, you find it here. I want to select a range that is very specific to my case. Here we go. And we're going to leave the rest of the filters as they are. So the reason why we are choosing these filters, this specific data range, is that in October of 2022, we rebranded from MemSource to Phrase, and we want to make sure that in the new translation memory that we are creating, there is no mention of MemSource. So I know that all the assets created before these dates are going to contain MemSource, and the assets created after are not going to contain this. So we're done. We're leaving the rest of the filters as they are, and we're going to click on Create. In the second example, we're going to do something similar. So we're going to create a new data set. But this time we want to reduce the content in our translation memory because we want to use it to create a new term base with product UI terminology. So we want to filter out the longer segments and only select shorter segments to make the terminology mining easier. So we proceed just as before. We start creating our data set. Adding our translation memories. Okay, and this time, the main filter we want to work with is the sentence pair length. So I will set it to 30 characters because I know that all the UI terminology that I need is within this length range. Here we go. The rest of the filters we're going to leave as they are. And this is a very useful example. For example, if you have a translation memory that includes several types of assets, marketing, legal, FAQs on top of your UI terminology. We create and we wait for it to be clean. Right, in the third example, we want to focus on quality. We start creating our new data set. Select the languages, the language combination. Add our translation memories. Okay, and then we go to the filters. What I want to do this time is I want to clean my translation memory so that I can reuse it, or I can use the new one for a new high priority and quality sensitive project. This is also a very common example, as it often happens. You might be concerned about the quality of your translation memories, maybe because multiple vendors have contributed to it. And some of your translation memory, you know, that has low quality. So this time, the filter that we want to focus on is the QPS filter, the quality performance score. So we want to filter out the segments with the lowest quality. We're going to go to advanced settings. And since I want to have a high quality translation memory, I am going to set the QPS threshold to 80. Okay, and we're going to leave the rest of the filters as they are for the moment, and we create the new data set. So this is, again, a very common example, and it's useful because if this work was performed by linguists, it would be very time-consuming and very costly. Now that our data sets are created, we can check the results. So when you open them, the first thing you see is a visual overview of what has been done, what kind of cleaning has been done, and then you can go into the details and check the cleaning filters. For this first one, we wanted to remove the legacy, so we had selected a date range to keep, and as you can see, 48%, sorry, of the content was removed. You also have the option to further drill down into this and see more of what was kept and what was removed. Same with our second example. You get an overview and the details of our cleaning filter. Here we wanted to only keep short segments, so we worked with the sentence pair length. We can see that 55% of the content of the segments was removed. We can see more data here. And with the third one as well. In this case, we had worked with QPS, and we see that modifying the threshold, we removed about 12%, almost 13% of the content. Another option that you have is, in case you're not satisfied with the results that you're getting with the amount of content that you are keeping, you can edit the filters and you can proceed with the reclean. So you can maybe activate other filters that you didn't have activated before, or you can modify some of the parameters that you had used. For example, in this case, maybe we want to have if a higher quality, and we want to modify this. We can save and click on reclean. And this is going to be recleaned, and you can repeat this operation as many times as you want. So thank you. I hope this was useful, and let's go back to the webinar.
All right, great. Thank you, Francesca. Thanks, Sergio, and thanks, Craig, for all your great presentations. I think now we're moving to Q&A. Clara, maybe you can pull up the Slido and we can take a look what type of questions we have. All right. First question, one of the slides you mentioned that phrase could interact with multilingual content creation. Can you elaborate how multilingual content creation can be done in phrase?
So I can take this one. This is a really, really interesting question. It's very, very forward thinking in particular. We've talked a little bit about the idea of multilingual content creation, and what it basically refers to is the idea that LLMs, to some degree, particularly for some higher resource languages, have shown that they can generate content directly into the language. And there's some directionality behind this, in particular within our vision. Multilingual content creation or generation is not something specifically offered at the moment within the Phrase platform, but there's momentum behind the interest in it, that we see that that's a direction that some customers are interested in taking. As it relates to asset curation, though, one of the most difficult things about doing this, right, is that when you're in a translation scenario and you're trying to take the source content and translate it, you have some guarantee that you're at least adhering to the original content to some greater degree, right? Because you're translating what was there originally in a source content. With multilingual content generation or creation, what you're doing is giving the system some kind of prompt and hoping that in the target language, it is outputting the content that you want and the style that you want, but also that it's adhering to certain constraints, right? That it's not going outside of the realm of what you wanted it to be saying. And the evaluation of the success of multilingual content creation is quite challenging, because you have to have resources that enable you to understand that what was generated in the target language actually reflects what you wanted it to be saying. So for asset curation, it provides an opportunity. You can imagine a scenario in which where you are trying to generate multilingually, what you could be doing is using your assets in a few-shot prompting scenario, very similar to what we're doing with the next-gen MT in particular, to guide the output in a particular direction and at least have some minimal guarantee that context and style and things like tone of voice consistency will hopefully be adhered to downstream. And it reduces the risk of using those types of solutions.
Great. Good. Moving on to the next question. For the QPS flow to work, the TM ought to gone through phrase MT in the past. Francesca, I don't know if that's something that you might want to tackle, or
Yes, or Sergio. I think the answer is no. You can take any TM, and the QPS score is going to be calculated on the actual TM that you're using.
Exactly. There is no need to go to having gone through the MT process in the past.
good. Excellent. I think we'll just have to wait a little bit for additional questions to come in. And look, guys, you can just enter all of your questions at once, and then we'll process them one by one. It's no problem at all. But yeah, okay. Let's see what the next one is. Sounds like cleaning filters are modular. Are there plans for additional ones in the near future? Sergio, I think I would pass this on to you. Additional filters.
Yes, exactly. We're exploring multiple possibilities. In particular, we're very interested about terminology compliance, terminology instruction, using generative AI to help smooth the process here going forward significantly. And those are some some aspects that we want to invest in.
And I think you can take on the next one directly as well. So just availability question.
Automated asset creation is effectively available as of now for all our customers. You can have much more information, contacted our sales representative, but yes, this is available to all customers.
Right. Okay, working with, could you elaborate? Oh, I don't know which one was first, but could you elaborate more on QPS criteria? Are the settings able to adjust in gaming localization with typically may avoid grammatical errors? I think this is probably for you, Craig, right? Is this sort of question that you take on?
Yeah, I can have a stab at it. I mean, so the settings, I think Francesca demonstrated that we're looking at the moment at QPS threshold. The QPS score at the moment is designed to pick up on linguistic quality issues, right? It's not specifically at the moment aiming at things like the style of the text, right? So favoring something more current or like using slang and things like that over grammaticality. So that's a current limitation of the QPS, but there's directionality behind trying to produce solutions that are that optimize to different customized expectations.
If I may add to it, I think with QPS, what is important is that you understand what a threshold means for your own content. So it's something that you will have evaluated before in other parts of the product, namely in TMS. And then once you know exactly what QPS score mean relating to your content, it's going to be easy for you to decide on a threshold when you do the cleaning.
Great. And moving on to the next question, I think it relates to what package automated asset curation is part of your full TMS suite. Yeah, so if you move on, Veronica, unfortunately, I don't know if you're on our old or new pricing, but if you are on our current new pricing model, then you should have access to it because it's part of our platform pricing. So you should be able to have access to it. Feel free to check it out. And if you don't see it, reach out to our support, I'd say, and we should make this happen. Yeah. How does terminology assets help with phrase MT? Will there be concept maps or related map features for phrase TB in the future? Sergio, I think this one's for you.
Yes, so one of the plans that we have is also to increase our footprint into MT glossaries. So everything that we do in terms of terminology will be applicable to both use cases, termbases and MT glossaries, to help increasing both human and machine translation quality.
Good. This answered the question. I think you can maybe even go straight to the next one. Cleaning of source content, especially as it relates to past content. Source to source TM. I'm not sure that anything like that is planned, but Sergio, maybe you know more.
Interesting idea. Well, currently our AI tools work both on source and target, as TMs are compressed by segments, by sentence pairs, but we can explore, of course, this possibility.
And feel free to take the next one as well. I think this is also another idea here. Like, feel free, Sergio, if you want to sort of, is there sort of an exclusion list for translated segments here?
Exactly. So we not only want to provide AI-based solutions that consist of either keeping or removing sentence pair segments, but also to enable for all our customers the possibility of actually fixing those with AI also, so that the amount of data that can be curated and reused even for outdated content like the examples of legacy products, there could be something that you can leverage, right, in that data, even if we're talking about an outdated product. So those are one of the plans that we have for the curation of assets.
Yeah, I think terminology compliance is a big topic, and I think this is also where things are headed in the future, right? So I'd probably say stay tuned, not quite yet, something like that. Yeah, multiple target languages.
I can take this one also. So currently, we offer several possibilities. So we know that translation memories are normally with one source language and one or multiple target languages. In custom AI, you can curate assets on a language pair by language pair basis. So meaning you need to select one source and target language, not multiple target languages at the same time, because they have different requirements, different needs, and it makes sense to, we believe that it makes sense to separate the process here. You can nevertheless leverage content by merging multiple TMs from similar languages, but that's different from the question.
All right, and I think there's some more ideas around extracting client-specific information from TS, and could, once extracted, this information be automatically compiled into client-specific glossary. Don't think that is possible, but interesting thought for sure. Sergio?
Exactly. So one of the main topics that we're interested in is terminology extraction. We know that this is a highly time-consuming and also costly process, and we want to provide automation here to enable customers to be much more efficient and reactive and fast in the creation of terminology, as it evolves constantly, and there's a need to constantly update linguistic assets with terminology.
Right. I think here's another feature request. Do we have we come up with personalization, privacy, and anonymization concerns, and could filters help ensure compliance when it comes to anonymization, privacy, and concerns like that? Again, I think this isn't available yet, but certainly something to think about. Sergio, anything to add on that front?
Yeah, in terms of privacy and anonymization, that could be an interesting topic to discuss. In terms of personalization, yes, we not only want to enable for the easy cleanup, just as we can offer right now, but also to enable customers to edit and fix the issues that we can quickly identify in translation memories.
Great. Good. As these questions come in one by one, I am willing to wait a couple more minutes if somebody has another thought. But if not, then thanks so much for your attention. And again, thanks for all the presenters. It just shows with so many questions that there's such broad interest in this topic, and we're really excited about it. And I would encourage everybody to keep visiting also our website, to stay tuned. We will also send out occasional emails to update you. So at least once a quarter when we do our major releases. Yeah, stay tuned. I think there's lots more cool stuff coming, and we'll make sure to keep you guys updated. And yeah, thanks so much for your attention. Thank you.